That's perfect. So, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of what the fuck is our show called again?
It's called FNAround. FNAround with Mike.
I gotta fuck it up every time, you know.
Every fucking time.
I think it's gonna
One
be
day.
a signature of it, though.
I give season 2 the time you figure out.
No,
what
I
our
like.
name is.
I've kind of been trying to like do it a little bit on purpose right now.
Okay.
Because like I feel like we've done it since the beginning. It's like
So
why change it?
Yeah, it
Mo's
comes
got
off
it.
very
Right,
natural.
it does.
It's Mo's MO.
Yeah, it's my exactly. This episode, we are going to be doing a holiday episode. So
You already fucked up again. You forgot to introduce us.
I didn't introduce. No, I didn't forget to introduce you guys yet. I'm just explaining, and then I was gonna lead into with Mo, Mike, and Joe, and our guest Chandy. So this is the first time.
This is the FNAround podcast with
Right.
Mike, Mo, and Joe, and
But we've never started it off the same way
Where's
either.
the camera set?
right.
So
You know the
I'm
camera's
just saying, you know, it'd
the
probably
way
be
to
better
say hi,
to say
they
the
hear you now.
name.
Huh?
Just say the name of everything before you go into what the
Yeah.
topic is. But hey, look, man, I'm
Look,
I'm nobody, right?
what makes us us, huh? We're
Yeah, effing around.
we're the
You
we
getting into this-
we effing around. That's it.
No.
That's the whole
getting
thing
into the
about it.
philosophy of it all. What's anybody?
I mean, Mike gets the golden mic, and now
Oh.
he's like the star-studded child.
No,
over
he's been playing too much Assassin's Creed Odyssey again, talking about fucking philosophy out here because he's of all the Socrates listenings.
Yeah, well, no, I just
His lessons out here.
I feel we need like that Boondock Saints now. Something going like he's philosophizing.
He's philosophy.
that
With William
was
Dafoe.
no. What that line was.
Symbology.
What's the symbology there? Symbology. Symbolism.
But I picture him saying it when we were like philosophizing.
Yeah.
William Dafoe's a great actor.
Philosophizing was the that parody, that like scary movie type parody that did like The Matrix.
Oh,
Scary
okay.
movie
Morpheus
that
gets
did the
interrupted.
Matrix.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Woman, I told you not to mess with me when I'm philosophizing."
Oh, yeah.
Which what was it called? Do you remember? Or no?
The one with the guy in the wheelchair? Or-
No. He's not talking about Scary Movie.
Wait,
He's
it was
talking
a
about
scary
another
movie-esque.
parody movie.
Like it was a
Yeah.
parody movie. Like they have the parody that's just called superhero movie, right? And it makes fun
Oh,
of
what
all
was it called?
super-
Superhero movie, Drake Bell.
Was it Drake a superhero
Where
movie?
Was it that one?
Was it with Professor X talking? And it was Tracy Morgan being Professor X?
Right.
No, I don't remember because it wasn't. That wasn't a hero or a superhero movie.
Oh, was
That
it Epic Movie?
Matrix.
Oh.
Could it be Epic
Maybe
Movie?
Epic
Epic,
movie.
maybe. Okay, it could be
Yeah.
Epic movie.
Disaster movie.
Yeah.
There's so many
There's
of
so
those at
many.
that
Right.
time, man.
Right.
Oh, speaking of, did you see they're doing Scary Movie 6?
No,
It's like it's Scary Movie 6. It's the reboot.
I don't know if
And
I'm
it's
looking
like,
forward to it.
and by the way, we got our previous producer locked up, so it's back to us.
Oh.
Because Weinstein stole it from the Wayans brothers, and Wayans brothers just got it back.
They took it back.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so it
Yep.
might be good again then.
I do remember hearing something like, I don't know how long ago, but I remember
Yeah.
hearing something about, you know, like he was doing some interview on some late night talk show.
Yeah.
And talked about, we're gonna reboot Scary Movies. Like I'm gonna redo the first one.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And you know, hey, so I guess that was the problem was, you know, Winefuck had it.
Yeah. As long as we get take my strong arm back, or strong hand back,
Use my strong hand.
that'd be amazing.
All right, now that we're done with this tangent, let's
Since
actually
when are we done?
get Chandy introduced for a second, you know, because like he has he's been an audience member ish, you know, a couple times. And he sat back
I
and
mean, the
watched.
fact that you invite him on the show after he called Mike ugly is still surprising.
Yeah.
And after he blew up the studio bathroom.
Yep.
Right.
No terrorism act right there.
Wrong country, dude.
It is the wrong
yeah,
country.
I am
What the
Indian.
hell?
Right color though.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Wow.
No wonder they want this show canceled. Wow.
Damn.
But no, my name is Shandy. So I'm here. And I'm here with FNAround, right? And I'm ready to FNAround.
Cool.
That's what we like to hear.
So, you know, there's been a few times where Chandy's been, you know, I guess you could call it the cat knocking over all the fucking Christmas ornaments in the background. So we decided, hey, you know, you want to, you know,
Might as well get me in.
make some noise. We might as well
Yeah.
put you on a microphone so we can, you know.
Introduce him to
Right.
like.
Have a conversation, talk, and this way he doesn't have to edit out all the scenes where we're trying to yell at you
Yell
for
at
being in
you,
front of our
like, yo.
camera and lights.
It is what it is.
I just need to pee. I know I want to go outside. I need to pee.
Being on your
Why you gotta go
phone,
fucking pee outside?
Right.
opening doors, unlocking locks.
No, I
Freaks,
got restrictions,
snaps,
but now
cracks.
I don't. So. If I gotta leave, I gotta leave.
Right, and we're like, all right, cool, leave, but don't come back because we're locking
Or
the door
having
behind
20-minute
you.
conversations trying to order children's hugs.
Right. Oh yeah. Which he still failed on. Apparently, we just found out.
You spent so much time trying to find a pair of Uggs and you still can't
Hey,
find
still
them.
gonna find
They're
him.
sold
Not
out.
really, but it
It's-
wasn't really so much time, right? You got to look at it, right? He decided it was what you were the graduation for a cousin or something, right? It was
My
a cousin,
correct.
right? The graduation was the next day,
Right.
and he was on the phone with every DSW, Foot Locker,
Every shoe company,
Macy's,
everyone.
everybody that would possibly carry an UGG, right? Like he's, you know,
I even tried
trying
on the black web, but
right. It was like he was like
Mike.
jingle all the way with
Mike,
Uggs.
for 1 second, just more into the mic. I know you're talking to Joe, or you're looking a lot at Joe too.
You gotta
but-
get right into that golden cock.
That's Mike's Christmas present was a golden mic for the golden mic
Yep.
from Joe. So
He's our golden boy. over
he's
there.
our golden boy.
I don't know about that. I mean,
You're the golden child, Mike.
He's got those zingers and one-liners that need to come out on gold.
so what? He's Goldilocks.
He's missing a couple strands.
is a golden child a little more in your realm, or are you too?
That was a good-ass movie, though, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing movie.
Are we talking about Slumdog Millionaire or?
Right, so answering the second question, definitely too young for that.
Yeah,
No, it's an
definitely
Eddie
too
Murphy
young.
movie called The Golden Child, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And-
know. My fault.
Hey,
Right.
if I'm too young for a lot of that stuff, he's definitely way too young.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no,
he's like
because
4 years
you're-
younger than
And
me.
what was the name of that one guy who played like the sensei on Three Ninjas? Remember Three Ninjas?
Right, I get. You know, all I see is Mr. Miyagi.
I haven't seen
know
that in
it's not
so
him.
long.
Right. But the sensei from Three Ninjas
Yeah.
was in that movie with Eddie Murphy.
Light him up,
Oh,
Tum Tum.
shit.
Yep.
What we talk about?
Oh God, another one.
Mutant Turtles?
No.
Ninja
There was
I
an
like
old
turtles.
movie. There was an old movie, and Hulk Hogan was in that one too, was he not? And
No,
so, like
I
at
don't
the end of the movie, was he not in that movie?
I don't remember
In
that.
one of the Surf Ninja movies, I think.
Maybe the surf. There were so many like children ninja movies that came out.
But wasn't
during that
Rob
time.
Schneider one of the teenage kids in the fucking
Was
Surf
he?
Ninjas movies?
I don't remember.
Either
Surf Ninjas, I don't remember.
Surf Ninjas, I think he was in the Surf
All
Ninjas.
the Three Ninjas
the Three
movies
Ninjas.
I remember.
The
Let's
Three Ninjas.
light him up.
One of those guys ended up being a Red Ranger, and he's all over TikTok.
For something good or bad?
He does karate and martial arts.
A Red
Oh,
Ranger.
okay,
yeah.
so something like good.
Yeah,
Like a Power Ranger he's talking about, or
he
like
was the Red Ranger, not the first one, but
yeah.
he was a Red Ranger later.
Oh shit! All right. Well, anyway, this has nothing to do with like any holidays or Christmases.
It does. If you think about our
Is it?
childhoods, we always wanted Power Ranger toys.
Oh shit!
There you go. I
that's
circled
not-
right
yeah,
back.
Yeah,
I
that
circled
circled
right
right around,
back.
right around to it. There
Right
you go.
around.
I was never a Power Rangers guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I
No?
was.
I remember there was a news report or something, and my mom was watching it, and it was, "Are your kids playing Power Rangers on the playground?" Like one of those, like scary. And she's like, "Mike, do you do it?" I'm like, "Nah, ma." And she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "None of us watch it. Like, you know, we're not gonna, you know, if we're gonna hit each other, we're going out to the field. We're playing, what was the game? Some Red Rover type game, Red Rover, but you had to tackle people
Oh, nice.
to not get them, to not make it to the other side of the field. You know, like, I was like, those are kind of the, you know, and I mean, I wouldn't dog them now, but, you know, I was cool with them,
Yep.
but, you know, I would consider them, they were like kind of like the nerdy kids.
I
mean,
I love
those
Power
were the ones
Rangers,
who were into
Beetle
Power
Boys,
Rangers.
VR Troopers.
They're tracks.
Yep. They all sit together. Yep.
No,
At
you
least
were a
you went
nerd
to the
as a
playgrounds.
kid, is
You
what
know,
I'm saying.
Oh,
I was never able to.
Say that again, Shandy. I
You were
can't
never
hear you over
able
here.
to.
I was never able to go to the playgrounds.
Why not?
What?
I mean, I'm Indian, so I always stayed inside and hit the books, not children.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
All like kids, I should say. But
What are you saying? We hit kids?
no, like as kids.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Like on the playground.
Because you're like, I hit
No,
the
no,
ball,
no,
it's not
no,
kids.
yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't hit kids.
No, no, as
You guys are sitting
whoa, whoa.
there.
Wait, I know he's going after you for like his isms, and you're saying us, we hit kids?
No, not that. Like I was never able to go out. You
What
were
do you
able
mean,
to
you
go
people?
Yeah.
out. American people.
Mike's been dying to be on this side of the table forever.
I'm telling you, those the shifting demographics, they help.
So speaking of that, how different is that for culture-wise growing up?
Super different. It was always like I was always home. If my friends came over, my grandpa was always home when I was young. And like holiday seasons would come around, and I had friends.
You sure?
I think so.
I
considered
friends.
them.
He said he had.
Did your parents pay for them?
I mean,
I don't know. I really don't know, but I have a story on that too, though.
All right.
Damn.
But my friends would always come, and they would knock on the door. They'd be like, "Can he come play?" My grandpa would always be like, "He's not home. He's not home. He can't play." I was always stuck inside. I couldn't watch TV, not because I didn't choose to, but my parents never really let me. So it was completely different. So growing up
So
as
what
a
were
kid,
you allowed to do?
just break the TVs because I couldn't watch it.
What do you mean? You were allowed to break the TVs? What do you mean break the TVs?
Well, I would break the TVs because I was
Out
never
of
able
anger.
to watch it. Yeah.
you like hitting
He
the
was
screen with a
retaliating.
baseball bat or something.
So what'd your parents do? And don't give a guess on this one. I already see where that's going.
No, you are right though. So,
Wait, what?
so my dad, he was in business
Okay.
as what? What did he own?
A call
What
center.
business?
A gas station.
Gas
Oh,
station.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on, dude.
What he said, I know what you're thinking.
I didn't want him to say Quickie Mart.
But no, I mean, he was always focused on business, so it would always be school. From school, he'd pick me up. We'd go straight to the business, and I never really hung out with anyone. So it was super strict growing up. And
Not much of a childhood.
Yeah,
Not
really much.
Not much being a kid. That like doing kid stuff.
See, it's interesting because mine was very opposite of that.
Mhm.
Mine, well, maybe because like I moved
Where did
from
you grow
the
up?
US. Well, right,
From,
well,
yeah.
because I was born in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and lived here until I was like 5-6 years old.
I
Like,
didn't know they had any camels there.
where do you get the cheese from? But yeah, so we lived there. Like I was 5-6 years old. Moved to Lebanon. When I was in Lebanon, you just ran around everywhere. My grandfather, he owned a lot of fucking land. He had like a big ass orchard, and we would just like run around in there. Like me
What
and my
kind
brother.
of orchard?
It wasn't anything specific, any type of specific plant. It was he planted a lot of fruits and vegetables that he liked and that he wanted to grow.
So it was like very green there?
Yes,
like
it was extremely green. Lebanon is a very
what-
temperate climate.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. because
It's not desert.
It's like the one thing that always sticks in my head from kid. Remember school?
Yeah.
Greenland's full of ice and Iceland's full of green. Like,
Mighty Ducks.
yep.
No, the sand locations are more like Saudi Arabia and all that stuff. But in like Lebanon and everything, it's very temperament. Actually, they called it for like a very long time.
So do you even have camels there then? Or?
There's no camels over there. There's
Damn,
camels,
I
but there's the
wasn't even
camels are in the zoos.
They're imported.
They're in the zoo. They're
Oh.
imported. They are
Right,
imported.
They're not natives.
God.
Nope.
See, I'm learning something new
Yeah.
every day.
They're
Uh,
Egyptian
ride a camel?
camels.
Huh?
Did
Not
you ever ride a
Lebanese.
camel?
I've never rode a camel, but I've seen them in person, like in front of me. Those things are. I don't know if you
They're
guys have ever
fucking
seen them. They're
huge.
massive. They're like I think like 12, 15 fucking feet tall.
I've been at
they're
like
fucking huge.
parties or like fairs where they had them. You can get on and
Yeah.
ride in a circle.
It's crazy.
What part are you going to that you're riding a camel?
It's
bro?
Saudi
You've never
Arabia.
seen- no, you've never seen that where they have them like bring them like the fests and stuff.
Yeah.
They have the animals like you seen they have the horses, the donkeys. I've had camel ones too.
At the zoo, yeah.
Oh.
No, I've never seen a petting zoo that
Oh.
It's got a
brought a
fucking-
camel.
That had a camel in there. I've never seen that either. That's how you know you come from up. we get the ponies that you can't even touch.
Yeah, that's how you know he never stepped inside a public school.
No, Yeah, but living over there, I was just basically like able to like run around in that forest and everything. Me and my brother, we just like fuck with like the wildlife and everything. I remember there was like a few swamps out there and everything. They had like a bunch of frogs, and like we would just try to catch them and then like run back home with like a couple of frogs. And my mom would just, "What the fuck do you have in here? Get the fuck out of here!" yelling at us.
Was that in English or not in English?
It's sometimes in English, sometimes in Arabic.
Okay.
My mom, she came to the U.S. when she was 10 years old, so she speaks perfect English. And everything.
So
She's very fluent.
why? What? So you were born here, left,
Yeah.
and came back.
Right.
Right. That's the
Yes.
the route.
Yeah.
What? You know,
What was the reason I'm going over there and coming back?
Well, not necessarily coming back. I think I know why you came back. I'm wondering why you left.
There was no camels over there. That's
My dad really
that
wanted us
camo
to
cheese.
see. My dad really wanted us to see a camel out there, so he was like, "You guys got to go over there, and just like experience camels around like a desert."
Right,
land."
but they're not there. You just told us.
Oh yeah. So anyway, we went over there because my dad wanted us to learn like the culture, the language, religion, all that other stuff like over there, and so we were put in like American private schools so we can keep up with like all the English and everything, but we were learning also like everything about like the culture and the land and all that stuff all over there too, and it was.
Did you learn?
There was a lot that I learned. There's a lot of experience, and honestly,
Camels are not native to Lebanon.
Full education.
That was
done.
the one thing I learned.
I mean, it's just one piece.
We'll never forget it though. Kind of like I took years of Japanese, and all I can say is "Anata wa buta."
What the fuck does that mean?
You are a pig.
Damn.
And I took like 8 years of Japanese.
Hey, you can't say that to an Arabic person, man. Those are fighting words. No,
Well, also, they don't speak Japanese, so.
I guess so. That's true. That's true. Well, what if you met that one Arabic person that spoke Japanese?
I mean, I'm
What
sure
about you?
there's
Do
some
you ever
that
go back to
do,
India?
but-
me. Yeah, I go every year.
Oh, nice.
I love it, but it's just way too hot for me.
Your family's got like an estate there with a bunch of manservants and stuff.
bunch of
funny that you say it.
lower
We actually
casted
do.
people.
You really? Okay, all right, stop. He said yes.
We actually do, yeah. So
Are you like Raj from Big Bang?
That's where I was gonna go, but you beat me to it.
no. I mean, India's super nice, but it's just
I got the look.
it's way too hot.
I was thinking, did you see the Chippendale movie?
No.
Remember the making of the Chippendale? How it started?
Oh, the chipmunks.
Yep.
Yeah. I know all about chipmunks.
Yeah, we got no.
They're making like an animated Chippendale.
No, it was the story of how that Chippendale strip club thing was started, and it was like some real rich Indian family's son who started it.
It was a
Oh,
Hulu
Thing.
not documentary, but it was like a based on a
true
fact
story, yeah.
type of show.
No,
like,
for-
what's the guy's name? Fuck, what was his name? The Indian
Something Patel?
dude. He was in
He was in the Immortals, wasn't he?
He was.
Oh, that dude. All
The
right.
Eternals or whatever that
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah,
movie
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
yeah, that
Got like
dude.
super jacks for that thing too.
Right. So like I
He
just
was on
saw.
Silicon Valley too.
All of that for an awful
Yeah,
movie.
he was in the first episode of the new Twilight, or not Twilight, Twilight Zone reboot, and that's where I kept going. But I'm like, oh, nobody's gonna really know what that. Like, so I was trying to think of a movie. Thank
So
you.
back to your manservants.
So how many servants?
I wouldn't call them servants. I'd call them nannies.
Okay,
Nannies.
nannies or mannies?
Nannies.
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 So my grandparents, they still live in India.
They were female. That's because that's why you keep saying like
Manny and
male.
nanny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
females.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, so I thought your grandfather. You said your grandfather lived with you here.
No, he's dead. The one that lived with me.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry. Yeah,
sorry.
people have multiple grandparents. I'm an asshole.
But no, the ones that
I
are
didn't.
alive, they're in India, and they're a little old. So we do have, I guess, an American maids, but nannies as well. And
Wait, did they get them when they were old, or were they always there?
they were always there. They were always there.
They
So
came with
like
the
I
house.
would consider them like my aunts,
Okay.
right? So like
Auntie.
say auntie, right? 100%. But every time, like, say my mom's sister has a kid, like my nieces, my nephews, whatever it is, when they're not able to take care of them just because they're busy, they would drop them off in India, which I also got dropped off in India.
Wait. So when you're in
That's a-
America and your parents
Yeah,
were
that's a
busy,
hell of a
they
commute
sent
for
you to
daycare.
India.
Yep.
Oh.
You are Raj. Like, I'm just thinking about that. Like, you know how much cheaper it would be just to get a
It
big.
is. I mean, like in India, you live like a king.
I mean, he's like a.
So
human-
I'm literally now picturing you as Eddie Murphy and Coming to America.
Yeah,
The royal penis is clean, your highness.
but going the other way.
Yeah.
Come
But-
to India.
No, I mean, like even anytime I cause trouble in school over here, what if I got 2 or 3 complaints from my teacher or teachers, my parents would automatically book a ticket. I'm going straight to India to my grandparents, and the nanny would take care of me. Like I was supposed to go to school
Did
in
she
India.
teach you the ways of being a man?
Fuck no.
That was quick.
Not that kind of nanny.
Hell no.
I was thinking about Meet the Fockers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Did you guys see what's that movie?
I've seen it. But
You know what scene I'm talking about? Oh yeah.
I remember
Family
seeing-
nanny or maid or housekeeper. or
Oh,
whatever.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took me a fucking second.
And
I
then
remember
wasn't there like? Didn't she have a kid that
That
kind of
one
looked?
just-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna get there with the questions, but
But no, I mean, growing up here, growing up there is completely different. Like Christmas over there is like,
Elephant.
it's like, it is elephants. I'll put it this way: if you have a Rolls Royce here,
Yep.
it's like having an elephant in India. So if you have a Rolls Royce in India, it doesn't mean shit.
do you have an elephant?
I wish I did, but I've rode one. And
That's
we-
you know, he's like still upper class over there.
no, not at all.
So you're like, so you're upper class, middle class there is like upper class here.
Well, they
Like if
instead
you're
of
middle
class, they call
class
it
here,
caste,
you're
right?
like a millionaire over there.
Oh, okay.
Like if you take $1,000 from here, if you go there, you're good for like a month, and like you can live lavishly.
And then if you go to Bangkok in Thailand, it's even more.
Oh, even more. Like you're a
I
billionaire.
don't know why, but Mo keeps trying to convince Mike and I go to Thailand.
Like,
It's not that far from it.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear they got
I've
a
never
lot
been
of,
out of North America. I'll be honest. I'm kind of an asshole in that sense. Not in that
Hold
like
on,
I've never
hold on,
wanted
hold
to
on.
go.
That's a lie because you told me 2 stories of how. Oh well, you said you had North America.
said
My
North
bad, my bad,
America.
my bad. You're right. You're right.
Right.
Yeah. I always think of the USA as the only America. You know.
Thank you.
And
you.
Mike is no longer the most racist person on the podcast today.
Yeah. So I had told Mo that I'd only been out of the country a couple times. It was Mexico for I went to Cancun
Hookers.
once, and he said that didn't count. And I said, well, if that didn't count, kind of accidentally going into Canada and then turning around and coming back because I didn't go through any sort of customs or anything.
That
But
definitely doesn't count.
right, that doesn't count either. Except the
He accidentally went over the border.
we floated, but yeah,
I mean, why'd you go to Mexico?
for fun. It was like a
Drug trafficking.
honeymoon,
I was thinking.
delayed honeymoon because we didn't have any money, and then we found
Sex
some.
trafficking.
Makes sense.
Well,
I don't hear her deny it. I just.
He's thinking about how to phrase his answer. And this is why we always silent parts that you have to cut out because we sit here and wait for the funny
Yeah, for the
punchline.
answer. No, I mean this is okay right here. It's we're waiting for Mike to give us
No,
the answer.
I was just being silent because it's nothing to be funny about.
Damn, he just
Damn.
put us all in our place.
Put-
Human
The most-
trafficking.
The second most racist one just put us in our
Yeah.
place. That is
Listen,
actually kind of fun.
I'm not
You know what?
racist.
You're right. That is
I'm not
actually-
racist. I
No,
don't make
I
fun
mean-
of anybody.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
That's not racism.
No, yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke, Mike. Relax.
yeah,
I'll give you a kiss later on, all right?
damn, like you just went there? No, but I had to make that joke. I
So
was
if I
reading
say
that
yes,
article
am I
like
gay?
that,
And I say no, I'm
that the
homophobic,
trafficking has
right?
gone up like
Yeah.
ridiculously in Australia.
Huh?
Like I didn't realize, but Australia's like a huge trafficking capital. Like,
I mean, I
Is it?
believe it.
yeah, I didn't realize it, but I guess it's one of the like top countries or continents.
Yeah.
My bad, top continents for increased rate for the black market of drugs and for sex trafficking. It's
Oh,
like a
shit.
huge distribution center from bringing South America in there, and they can distribute to the rest of the world.
I mean, it happens everywhere, but it's just
Right, but I mean, it's
Under our
it's the most probably
Profitable. It was talking about for like the prices for the black market purchasing.
right. I'm just saying it's proximity to all those island nations in the South Pacific.
This is the
kinda.
most interesting Christmas episode I think I've ever seen.
well, Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, I guess. What the hell just happened?
Go jingle your balls, I guess.
right,
Oh man, this just got pretty deep right
Yeah,
now.
let me turn away. How was your guys' Christmas?
Yeah. No, this episode, it's like between Christmas and New Year's.
Christmas is good. I do Feast of the Fishes. Italians, we do the Feast of Fishes. So the house stinks like fishes, but it's delicious. We get it like everything done from Boston Fish Market. Absolutely amazing.
So actually explain to me what the hell Feast of Fishes is, because
It's just a
I've
bunch of
never
fucking
celebrated
fishes.
it.
Like we do a shitload. People do anywhere from 7 to like 21.
Okay.
But we basically just do all these courses, and there's set fishes you do, and they have meanings, and it's an Italy thing because it's basically a peninsula. It's all surrounded by water. So
Is it kind of like an Orthodox type of
Italian?
Italian.
Or just Italian
So you're using
exclusive type of thing?
fish that are caught in Italian waters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
right?
do like
Yeah.
lobsters, we do scallops, we do
Okay.
shrimps, but we just do massive fish stuff, and it's delicious. Like I love it. It's kind of my favorite Christmas thing. I mean,
You guys
we
have
do-
like a fish salad, right?
yes, and that
Octopus,
oil.
We got a few.
Yeah.
olive oil,
Oh yeah, it's
right? Olive oil, salt, oysters.
If you go to Conti, have you ever been to Conti?
I haven't.
Oh,
Conti.
it's so
Where's
good.
that?
Conti di Savoia. It's over there on Taylor by
Oh, the French place.
the,
Is it?
Motherfucker, he's talking about Italian and you're talking
Well,
about French.
I don't know. Like it just that's what I
It's
thought.
a
We're
sandwich
talking about
spot.
The sandwich spot. Alright. I don't know.
It's super good.
I don't know.
Oh, is
It's
that where you get
delicious.
your pulpua?
Yes, my popo.
Papa, whatever.
Yeah, popo.
I love my
Whatever
popo.
it was.
No,
I
but
just-
they do an unbelievable seafood salad there.
All right, so let me ask you, what comes in the seafood salad?
So the one I had for it, we had shrimp, we had calamari, we had octopus, and it had some onions, and it had some celery.
Okay. That sounds like it's a good
Olive oil.
salad right there.
Yeah, olive oil.
Right? And it's all cooked, right? It's not raw. It's
You
not
guys
like
get like Italian olive oil.
It's-
I'm assuming, right?
A little bit. It's like so it's all cold and done
Yeah.
as you expect, but it has a little cooked before, but a lot of it is still kind of raw.
To take out like the bacteria and everything from it.
And do you eat it just as is or with?
I eat it just as is, but some people put it on bread and almost make like their own version of bruschetta with it,
Oh sure.
Gotcha.
because then you just throw it on some bread and
The olive oil, is it also Italian olive oil? Is it like or
I'm
No, they
guessing-
use
I'm
Lebanese
guessing
olives,
it
I
is.
think.
I mean it's all
I
kind
mean,
of
you're not as oily as you are today, so I'm guessing you ran out for Christmas.
Hey, we have for like the best olive oil out there too, alright?
I mean, yeah.
A lot it's the most expensive. Like that general location has like the most expensive olive oil.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's so good.
How's it feel?
What?
You just got one up by Mo.
Right? I know, right? I gotta go after my oil too.
Just can't have anything.
I know I can't
Nope.
have anything.
No, you can't.
Not a thing.
No, what is it that's different than normal, I guess, Christian, like Christmas or whatever it is that like you would do? Because like, you're Catholic.
Yeah.
So
Roman Catholic.
Roman Catholic. All right. So is there like any traditions that come from Roman Catholicism, or even like incorporated with like your Indian culture and everything that's like that other people might not do? You know, like.
I mean, first of all, I'll say, so on Christmas Eve, we go to church, mass,
Midnight Mass?
midnight mass. But
Midnight Mass.
It's a Roman Catholic thing.
yeah, but for us, it's like
Oh.
3 hours.
Whoa.
It's super long. It's
A lot
super
of the
How long is
midnight-
it usually?
A lot of the midnight masses are pretty long because they
Yeah.
put a lot of like Christmas midnight mass because they put a lot of songs and
Yeah.
Okay.
whatever in it.
Yeah, my family wouldn't go to a church if it was longer than an hour as a kid.
I mean,
Right.
that's how I am too.
Is it normally just like an hour to 2
Typically,
hours
it's
at
like
most?
45
Hour,
minutes to
hour
an
and a half.
hour is the length of a regular
Uh-huh.
Catholic mass.
Okay.
Like a daily Sunday mass.
Well, if it was supposed to be like a midnight mass, is that too long the way he's
No,
talking
so
about it?
so the midnight mass is because it just you're still getting your church in
Uh-huh.
for Christmas
Right.
because it's after midnight
Okay.
when you're getting your so it's usually sometimes it might start at 11:30,
Mhm.
but you're getting out after midnight.
Like okay. All right.
So that's why a lot of times they'll call it the midnight mass. And then, I mean, I don't go to mass really anymore. Most of my family went to a Christmas Eve mass up by my brother's house at his kid's school. I didn't go.
Right.
Most of our Roman Catholic Christmas traditions are coming from.
Did you ever go to like a Sunday
paganism.
school? Like
I
CCD?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did CCD. I was the youngest. What do you call it? What'd you guys do in 8th grade?
Confirmation.
Confirmation. I was the youngest confirmation the church had. I was in 5th grade.
Oh shit.
What
confirmation?
It's just it's like a bar mitzvah for Catholics.
It's where they split
cool.
your hair.
Yeah, I've had a few of them.
So
No, but like I was the youngest one
Catholic
in the
joke.
church that was doing it. Then when I transferred schools and went to school with Joe,
Yeah.
I had to go to. There were 2 religion classes.
Uh-huh.
There was religion for the Catholics,
Yeah.
and then there was everybody else.
Okay.
Right. So if you went to our school, which was a private Catholic school, but you
who's
didn't have
everyone
to be.
else? Like him? Or
I don't know what like him means, but like,
Well, like,
so
different
there's
religions.
Catholics and then there's not Catholics.
We had moonbeams and shooting stars. Remember?
Right. But it was I don't remember which was
Only be like
which.
Jewish or.
But it was,
Muslim,
you know,
yeah.
well, since I had already been confirmed and there was no reason for me to go through all the classes that they were doing because I'd already done it,
Yeah.
I went to what I thought it was called the world religion class. And that's where all the Jews, Arabs, Hindus, what else, whatever.
We're getting a lot more
Christians.
diversity to our school than we had.
I don't know. Well, it was 7th,
It was
8th
those
grade.
5 people in there.
No. It was a 7th, 8th grade combined class.
Yeah.
So I didn't even really know all the. I mean, we had a small school, but I didn't even really know all the kids in it. You know, for me, I was just like, yeah, whatever. You know, I did my confirmation. I've been down that road. It was the one thing I didn't have to do when I went to that school that I had already done.
So midnight mass.
Mhm.
Right. Then
So for us, so I go to Elmhurst. It's an Indian church. So it's a pretty big church, I'm not gonna lie. Upstairs is traditional, so in our language, so I speak Malayalam, right?
Okay.
That's the language I speak. So upstairs, the main church is in,
That's
my
South,
language.
Right.
South Indian.
Indian, right?
Yeah.
There, right. Okay.
so upstairs is Malayalam, where we usually have like probably like four priests, and it's the normal mass, but then on top of that, then they have where they're always talking about this thing, that thing. You know, each priest has something to say,
Okay.
and
You
every
get
time,
4 homilies?
yeah.
Joe, try to get the mic a little bit closer, just a little bit.
But then downstairs is for like, so most of us, so like I speak Indian fluently,
Right.
so I can be upstairs, I'll understand everything, but
Is the mass shorter upstairs or downstairs?
it's longer upstairs.
Oh, I wouldn't go
So
upstairs.
downstairs in the basement is English mash.
Oh, so they send you to the
Mass.
basement is because you're like ashamed of your culture?
Not me. I just go downstairs because it's shorter.
No, I meant
more
they put
party.
you downstairs because it means you don't speak their language.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because a lot of the kids nowadays, they don't get the culture, they're not with the culture. But the crazy thing is, once they get older, they're like, well, culture means something,
Right.
you know, so they want to get into it, but it's already too late, so they can't really get into it. But regardless, upstairs it's super long, they have the mass and everything and whatnot, and that's at the main church. And then there's a second church, which is the old church, but they made it into like a hall. So on Christmas Eve, we'll have like the 2.5 hour, 3 hour mass, and they'll talk about like sponsorships and everything, this and that. After that, you go to the hall, and we have, I guess, like a festival.
Oh, nice.
It's like a celebration. So we have like a stage and everything.
You know when your parents try to set you up with people?
That's all the time. That's every.
But you talking about the basement had me think of something. I remember in school they were talking about, I don't, Mike, if you remember it, but India has a really strict caste system.
Yep.
Is that still in effect there? And when you come here as a culture amongst your community, is there some type of Americanized version of that?
There is.
Is there a way to know without like somebody telling you?
The way it goes is, like I said, I'm Roman Catholic.
Right.
So the one that's super strict and If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's called kanais,
Okay.
Okay.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
I said okay.
He said okay.
Yeah. Okay. But those are the ones that are super closed off,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and I might get some shit for
Traditional
this.
is what you maybe or
Not traditional,
old
but
school.
it's like, how can I say this without being fucked up?
Dude, it's
But
okay. It's your,
like
You're effing around. It's all right.
yeah, you
The whole
know,
thing is
like
being fucked up.
you can't really get into like me being Roman. I can't marry a Kanai because they're
according to the Roman Catholics or according to the
Can you dip your
Kanai?
toe in the water?
to
You
the
just can't
Kanai,
keep it.
I mean,
like-
I'll tip my toes in the water, but I mean, if I'm
Toes.
effing around,
Yeah.
they're gonna let me know.
Get back into it. Just a tip again, huh?
Yep.
That's all he needs.
But I mean, nowadays it's a lot more open.
So you wouldn't fully be accepted or allowed into the rest of I guess
Correct.
that group or what, right?
They're just a little bit more closed off.
Right. Okay.
It's like say I wanted to marry a Muslim,
Yeah.
it would be easier to marry a Muslim than marrying
Damn,
a
that'd be
Kanai.
tough as fuck to marry Muslim too.
Without getting the Muslim to change religions?
No,
or you
no.
to change religion,
So like in the Islamic religion, a woman is literally not allowed to marry any male outside of the religion. So like that's like a major sin to do. So like that would be an extremely tough thing for him to do. And if it's gonna be tougher than that, then it's a bit even more extreme. That's crazy.
Right. Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of traditions are that way, and it's like, okay, well, if we're gonna marry, you got to convert.
But that's
You know, you
old school.
see that a lot.
No.
That's old school.
What do you mean? What do you mean you got to convert? Like he got to convert?
No, and that was my question.
What's the
Who is
question?
saying you can't get married in that situation? So we know that in the Muslim
Yeah.
situation, it's the Muslim tradition or the Muslim teachings that say that the Muslim woman cannot marry a non-Muslim man.
Yes.
Right? Right. So if she falls in love with a non-Muslim man, she's going to say, you got to convert to Islam
No.
in order for us to get married. Oh, it
No.
doesn't work? It won't work that way?
No, because then he converted for her, not for the religion or for the God.
Correct. At that point, it comes down to if you're going to convert, for what reason?
Mm-hmm.
If it's for the right reasons. You know, like I'm not gonna convert for a girl.
Oh,
I'm
love
gonna-
isn't a good reason?
It's not the right reason though.
Oh.
You know,
It's
if you're
not
gonna
for the religion.
change over,
That's why I'm not religious. Love is love, motherfucker.
love is love, but it's tough sometimes.
So what do you do now, other than hang out here with us and make a lot of noise?
In the background.
Yep.
No, right now I'm working at a hospital and a clinic as a dialysis tech. So that's what I do, and I still do cut hair on the side because that's my passion. But life's been pretty busy.
So you're like a pube artist, like our model over here?
We actually learned around the same time and started up with at the same shop, basically within the same week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so, okay, that's going to be one of my questions is how do you guys know each other?
That's exactly how.
Why
I
is
just said
Candy
it.
here?
I just said it.
So,
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I was in the military before, right? I served in the Marines.
oh, Joe.
Hoorah. We've talked.
Hoorah. Yes, sir. And once I came back, so I was stationed in California. Once I came back, I knew Mo's. Is he your cousin?
Yusuf?
Rami.
Rami? Yeah, I guess distant cousin.
Something like
Cousin-ish.
Cousin-ish. He's a
Cousin
cousin of a
adjacent?
cousin.
that. Friends
He's a
and
cousin of
family.
a cousin.
Yeah, it's
But friends and family, and I've known him for a little bit. When I came back, he was always like, even before I left, he always wanted me to cut hair. And I love cutting hair. Well, at the time, I didn't like cutting hair, but I love getting haircuts, which most
Doesn't look
owes
like
me
it.
one. Yeah, I know. He still owes me a haircut. But
After the episode, I got you.
You should film that. You should do a little clip and to like to follow up on.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube.
we'll put it on the channel.
Put it on the channel.
Cutting
Show 'em what you can
Candy's
do.
hair in case you're interested in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
no,
a
I
Muslim
came
cutting
back
a Roman
and
Catholic's hair.
Just Cut out the part.
That's
where
gonna
you
be his
sniff-
Christmas
Cut out
gift.
the part where you keep sniffing it.
But how I met Mo was I was working as a receptionist.
How I met the Mo.
Demo,
Demo.
right? As a
The
receptionist.
motherfucker. The motherfucker.
And he was the brother of one of the owners at the shop. And I randomly saw him one day. Random as hell. And Mo's hair was like down to my kneecaps. Like his
My hair,
was,
I think, is longer right now than it was that time.
Nah, it was
It
definitely
really,
longer.
no, it literally was though.
Let him tell his story.
No, honestly, my best memory of Mo was, I met him and he told me he was into like films, directing, this and that.
Yeah,
all
the
the-
couch, we get the drill.
Yeah, that's why you're
all
Where do you
this
think that
shit.
couch came from?
But no, he was cool. And then I think I was like a month ahead of him, but we were still both learning how to cut hair.
Yeah, he was a month ahead of me in learning. I was just much better. so we caught up together.
Yeah, and I still got more clients, but
No, that is a lot. Now you do. Now, since I left the shop, now you do. But I had most clients.
that's cool. But no, I met,
I like the easy transition out of that.
So, Christmas.
you don't celebrate Christmas, do you?
No, I didn't. Like, we celebrated Eid, but I experienced Eid, which is the Islamic holiday in Lebanon, actually, and that was a fucking interesting thing to see. And like, yeah, honestly, like
What
even
was it
during
called
Christmas
again?
time, huh?
What's it called again?
Eid.
Eid, EID.
Okay.
Yeah, so
IED? Jump on it.
there was a lot of times that was actually like really cool seeing like the holiday seasons over in like in Lebanon and everything, because they would decorate basically like the whole country, even like because there's a lot of Christians in Lebanon, so like a lot of the Christian locations had like everything decorated. Yeah,
Like, do you mean like Christmas lights?
yeah, like Christmas lights all over the place,
Like
trees,
they
everything.
they'd wrap like what's a, I don't know. Give me a major Christian
tree that
site
you have there.
in Lebanon.
I mean, other than like literally like Lebanon is known for like cedar trees.
Olive trees.
Oh, is that where the Christmas tree idea comes from?
I don't fucking know.
Do you
But,
have
like,
fake Christmas trees there, or is it other trees you wrap?
They'll stand up cedar trees and everything. I mean, we've never had
Cedars
one.
and evergreen.
We've never had any of them or anything like that. But like I've seen like when you go to like specific spots in downtown and you see like the decorations, like Christmas.
Yeah.
So picture that, but all over the city.
Oh.
And it's literally like everywhere in the city. There was lights all over the place during that time. And
okay.
everything. It was actually really cool.
Like a
and then it was the
Hallmark
same
movie.
thing. It was the same thing. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing with like when Eid would come around, because again there was just as many Muslim people as there were Christian people. It was the same exact. It was just as decorated and everything. It was really cool actually. Like it was.
Both
It was
ways.
amazing, huh?
Both ways.
Yeah, both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean
And
both ways?
he was
Like
saying like into Christianity
Christmas
and in
and
they were both decorated for like those.
Oh,
days, yeah.
right.
And
What day is that holiday?
you guys got
Eid
two
changes.
Eids,
It's not based off of the English calendar. It's based off of
Depends
the
off the
Arabic
moon.
calendar, so you can't really say like what day that is.
Where does it normally land around?
It doesn't normally land around any day that I can tell you.
Hey, like,
goes off the
It
moon.
changes. It's
Give me
every
a month.
It
Give me a
goes. It
month.
goes based off of the like lunar
we got
calendar.
4
It's a lunar
seasons
calendar.
in a
What
year.
season is it usually in?
It changes.
Here,
Changes.
hey,
No,
Seasons?
it's every so it moves up.
when did it happen this year?
No wonder the Muslims never predicted the end of the world.
It moves up like I think like 10, 15 days every year, and like it just kind of like just
So-
keeps rolling.
He asked a great question. When was it this year?
I don't think it happened this year yet.
What the fuck you talking about?
Like no, it comes in. It's gonna come by around
no,
springtime.
first
around
Eid
spring.
already happened.
Around springtime.
Motherfucker,
No,
we're
they're
in
both
winter.
Eids already passed by.
I
There's
know, that's
both.
what-
There's
That
two
way
of
would
them?
be two.
There's
That's
two of
what
them.
I'm saying, yeah.
There's two of them.
So when was the first one? Is
Dude,
what
I
I'm
don't
asking.
fucking remember. I don't
Are they at
barely
least
remember
like
what the hell
6
it is.
months apart, or is
No,
there
they're
like,
3 months apart.
or is it like
There's
the
two
sun
of
and
them.
moon, where at some point they're gonna eclipse each other? Like, I'm
So
I'm
the
very
reason
curious about this.
why they had the first one. So you guys have all heard of Ramadan, right?
Yes.
You know how
Yes.
like Ramadan changes seasons.
No.
No.
All right. So Ramadan changes seasons.
I didn't know.
And like at the end of Ramadan, that is the first Eid. That's the
It's
first
not
celebration.
Ramadan, it's Ramadan.
Damn.
Shut the fuck up. So at the end of it, that's when we celebrate the first one. It's supposed to be like
I think it's like July.
The prophet was supposed to go on like a pilgrimage at that time, and because they were promised by like the people or whatever it is of the land, and then they were lied to, and so they fasted the month and then celebrated the month after, and that was supposed to be like their thing, their victory on them, right?
Okay.
And then later on, they finally, after getting the land where they were able to like do their whole pilgrimage and everything, that's supposed to be like the second Eid. And so that's why they're like 3 months apart. So that's where like it was
3 months apart.
Yeah. So they get the first. It's Ramadan, the first Eid, and then the second Eid, and those are the only holidays.
So you never know when the first one's gonna be, but you always know when the second.
No, you can tell by looking at like they got like the lunar shit and everything like that. Like people nowadays can predict it and they know when the dates come by, but I just don't know it personally.
Right.
I'm not as knowledgeable about
mass
that.
sickness going on right now?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
No, it would be at McCormick Places. I don't think there's
What?
anything going on. I didn't hear. Oh, it should be actually. You're right. I did hear something
I
about.
love
that.
when our guests teach us about our own traditions.
No, it's not a tradition. It's just
Religious holiday.
It's like a convention.
It's a Muslim
convention.
convention that moves around. It came to Chicago this week.
Shouldn't
I
you
think,
be
this
there
weekend,
getting like
whatever.
raffled off for a wife or something?
My brother and everything is over there, so I don't really need it. But
Excuse my language, but that's where you go to get pussy.
Oh,
But just don't. You
so
just can't
where's our
marry it.
invite?
You just can't marry it, right?
we're all gonna get like
Shit, if you
massacred
want.
by a bunch of Arabic people right now because of this.
Really?
I'm sorry.
They're about to hate us right now so much.
Why?
Why? What did you say?
Who drew a comic?
Based on what he just said,
Who made a comic?
like you're just if any like very big religious person hears this, then they're gonna be so mad and they're gonna start shit talking the hell out of this.
What did you just say?
About
here-
that's where you go to get pussy because it's a very big, it's a massive sin.
Well, I mean,
for that.
I'll
to,
say
like,
the same
do
thing,
some
like,
shit
I'm
that,
pretty sure
but-
most religions say that it's a massive
Oh
sin.
no, they like
But-
look they
Look,
hold.
I still don't even
Look,
know
I'm
the name
sorry.
of what you're talking
It doesn't
about.
All I
matter
gotta say
because
is
it's something to do with the
Oh, okay.
holiday. I don't even know why that was brought up. Honestly.
Right, there is no downside to that result, though.
Yeah.
It's for us.
Well,
There's not.
right, but either way,
I mean, there's. I mean,
it has
some-
absolutely nothing to do with any holidays.
somebody makes a comic, we got problems, right?
Right.
But that I don't care about some
regardless,
major
in Lebanon,
religious
right?
figure saying, "Oh, I don't like that FNAround podcast." That's gonna help us. I just gotta say,
So
that
in
makes
my
us
world,
Elvis.
we call that Comic Con.
Yep.
Basically, it's just literally just that, but for Muslim
The
people.
only difference is sometimes
Yeah.
they're furry.
Yeah.
I would have said
Wait, Arabic people are furry too. What are you talking about?
just you.
Damn.
You like that one?
Don't
Mo,
do that with
Mo
God.
actually is not wearing a shirt right now. You just can't tell.
Yeah, I know. It's just all the hair.
He's got the hand. He's got the taco meat sweater on.
Shawarma meat.
Shawarma.
Shawarma meat. I like that one. Yeah, everything's decorated and everything, and very similar to Christmas. I explained a lot of times how like Eid would be very similar to like how Christmas is, in the sense of like you wake up usually early in the morning, you go to like prayer, and then from prayer you meet up with like a bunch of family or whatever, and like they give a bunch of gifts and like all that other stuff. Usually the
You guys
guys
give each other grapes?
great. I like that one.
I think that's
72 of them.
It's actually dates.
Oh,
It
damn.
is actually dates. He's actually right. It is
I was
dates.
gonna
I
say,
love
Yeah.
the fact that he keeps correcting you on your own.
It's not
religion.
correcting me.
My
We're
guess-
making a joke.
My guess would have been olives based on our
Olives.
conversation, but
But usually the guys give the children and the women gifts and money,
Okay.
and then we meet basically or visit a bunch of fucking family and all that stuff around like the whatever it is that you're able to see or whoever it is you're able to see. The
Azuma.
first day is like the biggest day, but there's like the first one has like it's supposed to be like smaller Eid and it's supposed to be 3 days long, and then there's a second one. The first day again, there's the biggest day. That one's supposed to be 4 days long. That's supposed to be a larger one, but almost nobody hardly ever continues after that first day, right? Like it just ever after that, life just you just continue on with life and everything, but something that's fucking crazy as shit living in Lebanon is. You know how like they would have like a milkman or whatever it is just going by and like
No,
delivering.
we don't know.
Well, I'm talking about like in the past, like how they used to be like.
No.
No,
we're not that old.
Yeah, they're not that old, man.
you guys are that old, aren't you? No.
I mean, we still get like milk bags delivered in India.
So in Lebanon,
Wait.
yeah.
Milk
Say bags?
Yeah.
Milk bags is weird as fuck though.
Yeah.
What
you
the
mean?
fuck? We got milk jars in it, like they would like not jars. It
That
would
shit's
be like
not
the
fucking
bottle.
weird. They go to fucking Jewel Osco or Costco.
And we get a bottle.
Yeah, it's a bottle.
Or like a carton.
You get it delivered.
We got a glass
Jug
bottle.
delivered.
Yeah, it would be a glass bottle delivered, and then
Delivered.
like, but like it wouldn't be
You guys
like
upgraded, my
it
fault.
wouldn't be pasteurized or anything. Like you'd have to like boil the milk, and then you
Whoa.
return the jar,
So
and then they'll come back around. Like they'll clean it. Like
Do you have
clean
to
the jar,
boil your
return
milk?
it.
Do they bring the cow
Nowadays, no. Back then,
around
yeah.
to just refill it right there
Yes,
for you?
yeah.
So,
No,
like, so it's funny you're saying that because
Yeah.
we're not old enough to know the milk
Right.
jars being delivered to the house.
Yeah.
But there was a point where Oberweis did delivery type stuff. But
Oh.
that was only for like rich people who could afford Oberweis being sent.
Right.
Now you just go to the store to do it.
Or
Well-
even buy Overweiss.
Yeah.
Well, let me
Thank you.
even crazier than that, right?
Fancy milk.
Is instead of milk, they would deliver
I just went straight to the
lamb.
cow.
Yeah, I bet you said.
So
You know
My
what?
backyard.
Dude, I was just picturing Kingpin when you said that.
it's Kingpin. What do you mean?
Oh my god, I
Movie.
forget it. The
No,
movie.
I wasn't listening. I
The
wasn't listening.
bowling movie where he went and milked the bowl.
Oh shit, yeah.
Go ahead.
He's like, he said, when I want milk, I just go right to the cow.
Instead of milk though, they would deliver like live lamb, and
You
they would
drink
ask
lamb milk?
No, it's for dinner.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. For the holiday, they would ask you which lamb do you want, and you just like I
Take 'em.
want that one right there,
And then
they'll
walk
take
it
it
over
off
to
of
your
the
house.
truck. They'll take it off of the truck, go to like an empty spot, and literally slaughter it in front of you. Like I remember, I was like 6, 7 years old.
So we don't do the slaughtering here, but you can
Yeah.
still go to Nia Agora and just get a lamb.
And right, but this right here, they're literally like I'm 7 years old watching this fucking lamb bleed out, and then they'll skin it right there, chop it up into bits, and be like, "All right, here's your lamb," and like.
I bet you if we still did that here, we'd have a lot
Hey,
less
it's a
serial
halal, yeah,
killers.
it's-
So
yeah.
they got to make a prayer
Right.
before they
Yup,
do that.
they do.
I mean, how often you see farm
That's the
boys be
difference.
Yeah.
serial killers?
But they don't get that though.
No.
You know?
It's a good point.
I feel like it's the people who aren't like desensitized to how that is and realizing that's the cycle of life that are curious about it.
And then become
Yeah.
serial killers over it.
Wait, what do you mean?
I was saying, like, I wonder, like, the statistics on the fact that you guys grew up watching it and seeing that happen. Like,
Yeah.
how many farm boys here are really end up being serial killers or killers when you have that function of life and death seen every day? But versed on the fact that most of the people are like aren't around that are desensitized to the fact that that's the cycle.
I don't know.
of life and death.
I feel like you kind of get more of an appreciation to it.
That's
like,
what I
a
was
lot of
getting
that
at.
stuff,
It feels like the people who aren't brought up around it are the ones who are doing it because they want to
Right.
discover what it's like themselves.
Yeah.
And they want to take a guy home from the bar and kill him and like do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Right.
Damn.
Yeah, that might be
Just
something.
a thought.
Yeah.
Random thoughts that pop in my head when you're talking about playing with
Mine
dead
went a
bodies.
No, it's well, yeah. Just I remember just seeing them, and they were just like it's crazy as hell because they would like slit like a little bit of the skin off and then blow a hole into it. Like they'll just through the mouth blow, and then like all the skin will just peel right off. It's crazy as fuck just watching this. Just the fact that I remember.
See how
all
many
of it.
serial killers would have been prevented that didn't have to try and figure out that themselves?
Or created.
Or create.
How many
'Cause,
serial killers did you have in Lebanon?
Animal mutilation.
I haven't heard any, but there was a lot of devil worshippers or whatever out there. Like I'm
any
assuming.
sheep fuckers?
Huh?
I'm
Not that I've heard of, hopefully, but yeah, during the time that I was living out there, there was like the whole thing, or like people were talking about, yeah, there was devil worshippers out there, and they were kidnapping a bunch of kids, and like it was kind of fucked up. I'm pretty sure it was like a sex trafficking ring. Right now that I'm older and like
Full
but
circle here, full circle.
Yeah, it really is though. It really was.
I mean, I
but
don't know if I should say.
It was
But,
it was
okay, I'll
crazy
say
as
it.
fuck. I always
Say
actually
it,
almost
say
forget
it.
this.
We're
Something
effing
like-
around, right?
Everything's better than
Yeah,
like
what do we say?
eating food out of a fucking
Well,
what?
no.
sheep's
So you're
ass?
saying that wouldn't make serial killers. I'm wondering if it makes it easier to chop a person's head off.
Oh, wow. I don't know. Maybe.
You know.
I don't know. All we gotta do is find out and ask the person who like left the head over here on Taylor Street.
I mean,
Nah,
you
we're
never know.
We don't
You
need
never
to ask
know.
that
Like,
person. I don't want to interview that.
like
guy.
my uncle. So when I used to live in Florida, he used to live in Miami, but like not like bougie Miami. Like he had a farm and everything. He had animals and whatnot, and like we sold livestock. So people would always come to the farm and they'd be like, I want that goat, or I want that cow. I want that peacock. And
Peacock.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
peacock. Yep. You know, they look beautiful outside, and their meat itself is amazing itself. It's like a purple iridescent meat. But regardless,
I don't think I've ever eaten a peacock.
no.
Me either.
You know you can buy them in the U.S.
Apparently, we just
Apparently, we
we
just
can
heard
buy
it.
them in Miami Beach.
Yeah,
where
like,
they're
they're not that expensive.
Or
Either.
not Miami Beach, but Miami
I've never tried one or anything, but I know of it.
Yeah, like the only difference between like my religion and his is we just kill it. You know, like if you say you want that one, it's done.
He like massages it and plays with
Yes.
it.
No,
cuddles
You
with
make
it
sure they
first.
feel good and they're nice and relaxed.
No, for
I didn't
Give
him,
them a
hear any
bubble
of that.
bath.
for him,
We're talking about
they
both.
have to.
It's inferred.
No,
for
we
him,
pray
they have to
over
say
it.
a prayer.
They pray for it, and
Oh.
then if the animal that you're gonna slaughter sees the blade that you're gonna slaughter it with, you're not allowed to kill it for that day. Like you have to wait a whole day before you're actually allowed to slaughter it, because then it might have the fear of death.
That's why you like Assassin's Creed so much. You gotta
Yes.
practice.
Exactly. You gotta get it. You gotta just go in really quickly, just out.
Never saw him coming. Never knew what hit him.
Oh man. No, but like after
It's all about
after
the angles, man.
obviously there's a lot of like lamb left over, and like the fucking family's not gonna eat all of that, right?
You guys eat the eyeballs and the
you
tongue
get-
and the brain, too?
yeah, they do.
You boil the heads.
And yeah,
And
actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not going against it. Italians do
For
it
us,
too.
for us, it's not in the soup, but like yeah, they'll do it. They'll like it'll just be like on a platter type
Yeah,
of
they'll
thing.
do
and,
some sort of preparation.
But they give a lot of the meat out also to like people who can't afford it, to like a lot of less fortunate and everything like that. And it's a nice thing, you know. It's pretty cool, and interesting.
Hey, eat these organs. We're not going to touch them.
Exactly. Give them all the shit that you don't want.
I mean, shit.
So I was also raised Roman Catholic. We don't do any of that stuff. I mean, the midnight mass and or Christmas Day mass kind of depended on. You know, I had a big family, so it was more wrangling people. Sometimes some people went to midnight mass, other people would go to mass the next day.
The morning, yep.
So other than that, you know, we didn't really have any like super traditions, I guess you could say.
Yeah, nothing was strict.
No, yeah, that's true. Nothing super strict.
Yeah.
At this note, I think we're gonna be closing off because this is the last minute right now.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a good
so-
place.
Thanks for joining us for Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for
everyone
actually not
joining
making
us.
noise in the background. I'm making noise on a mic for once.
Yeah, this is the quietest Chandy's
And
ever
if you
been.
ever get a real pretty nanny, send her our way.
Hey, I got you. You guys need one? Let me know.
And
got a stable.
with that, this has been FNAround, a Timeless Wolf Productions. Welcome everybody, or thank you for everybody joining us at the Clover Club.
Good night.
With
Good
me,
day.
Mike, and Joe.
And Chandy.
And Chandy. And
Today's special guest, Chandy.
Yep. And
Mr.
everybody,
White Shoes himself.
Good night.
Good night.
Sounds good.